Imagine this. You wake up in a world where language has been stripped away. Words no longer exist, no labels, no definitions, no names. You reach for a mirror, but you cannot describe what you see. You feel emotions, but you have no way to articulate them. You try to recall memories, but without words they slip away like mist, dissolving in the morning light. Now, imagine walking through a city in this wordless world. People move with vacant expressions, unable to speak their minds, unable to name their fears, their dreams, their desires. You see a mother holding her child, but what is a mother if you cannot name her? What is love if it cannot be spoken, thought, or understood? The deeper you walk into this silence, the more reality itself seems to disintegrate. Now, here's the terrifying question. If you cannot describe reality, does it still exist? This is not just a thought experiment. It is the silent force shaping your world every single day. Your reality is not what you see, hear, or touch. It is what you can name. Words are the unseen architects of your perception, the scaffolding upon which your identity, beliefs, and experiences are built. But what if this foundation was never yours to begin with? What if the words you use, the language that defines your thoughts, have been shaping you in ways you never consented to? We like to believe we are free thinkers, but what if our thoughts are merely echoes of the words we have been given? What if every belief you hold about yourself, your intelligence, your worth, your limitations, was embedded in you through language long before you had a choice? Think about it. When a child is born, they have no concept of good or bad, success or failure, worthy or unworthy. These are merely words. Words assigned to them by parents, teachers, society, and yet, these simple sounds, these symbols of ink and air, determine the course of their entire life. Consider this. If you were born in another country, another culture with a different language, would you still be you? Would you still hold the same beliefs, the same fears, the same aspirations? Or would you be an entirely different person, molded by a different set of words, a different framework of reality? What if I told you that the words you use are not just tools of communication, but chains? Chains that dictate what you can and cannot think. Chains that define the limits of your imagination. Chains that make you believe you are someone you were told to be. And what happens when those words are taken away? Or worse, what happens when those words are manipulated, distorted, weaponized? We live in an age where language is more powerful than ever, yet it has become so ubiquitous that we fail to see its control over us. The media does not simply report reality, it shapes it through the careful selection of words. Political discourse is not just about policies, it is about the psychological warfare of definitions. And on a deeply personal level, the words you say to yourself, the silent monologue within your mind, are constructing the walls of the reality you inhabit. Have you ever noticed how a single word can shift your entire emotional state? When someone calls you brilliant, you feel a surge of confidence. When they call you worthless, your body recoils as if struck by something unseen. But what if I told you that these words do not just influence your emotions, they define your perception of self? The way you label yourself becomes the way you see yourself, and the way you see yourself becomes the life you live. So the question is, who gave you the words that shape your world? Are they truly yours? Or are they remnants of a system that wants to keep you blind? Let's go deeper. Let's expose the hidden architecture of language and reveal the silent prison we have all been trapped in.